Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into something pretty powerful. We're talking about words.
Yeah, words. It sounds simple, right?
Maybe, but I think you'll be surprised by some of the stuff we're about to unpack.
Oh, definitely.
We're going to be looking at some excerpts from, the final video of this series called Every Word Counts.
Oh, yeah, every word counts. I know that series. It's from Talks That Matter.
That's the one. And for this deep dive, our mission is to explore how our words can have a lasting impact and, really how we can make them count.
Because they really do. They really do count.
Absolutely. And get this, one of the things that really stood out to me in this video was a story about a teacher.
Teacher.
Yeah, this teacher would write these little notes to her students, like little positive notes. But here's the thing. These notes ended up having a profound impact on one student, like a lifelong impact. I'm not even kidding. We're going to dive into all that.
That's fascinating. I mean, it just goes to show you, right? Words have this power that we often underestimate.
I think so, too.
Yeah, like we think of them as fleeting, right? They just kind of disappear into the air. But I think this series, Every Word Counts, is showing us that words can actually act as these emotional anchors. Like they can trigger memories and feelings long after they've been spoken.
That's such a cool way to put it, emotional anchors.
Yeah.
You think, right? Have you ever noticed how certain words can instantly transport you back to a specific time or a place?
Oh, all the time.
Right.
Yeah, it's almost like when you hear a song and suddenly you're back in high school or on that amazing vacation you took years ago, except it's the words that do it.
It's so true. I'd never thought about it that way before.
And, the series talks about this. It calls it the magic and danger of words. And I think that's so accurate.
The magic and danger.
Yeah, the magic because, well, they can create such positive change. But the danger is that once they're out there, we can't take them back.
You can't just erase what you said, right?
Exactly.
It makes you think twice about what you say, which actually reminds me of that story about the teacher.
Oh, right. The one with the notes.
Yes. It totally blew me away. So she'd write these little notes to her students, but they weren't just good job or you're smart. She specifically focused on highlighting their character strengths.
So their kindness or their perseverance.
Exactly. Real inherent qualities. And what's so interesting is the series argues that praising effort or intelligence can actually be less effective than focusing on those core character strengths.
That's interesting.
Right. And you can see how that played out in the story. This one student kept her teacher's note for years. She used it as a source of strength. I mean, how incredible is that?
It's amazing. Really goes to show you that even the smallest acts of kindness, just a few words, can have such a lasting impact.
Totally. Makes you wonder, when was the last time you felt truly uplifted by something someone said to you?
Ooh, good question.
Right. And what made those words so powerful? What was it about them that resonated with you?
It's funny thinking about it. I think the words that have stuck with me the most were usually the ones that were genuine and specific to me, not just generic compliments.
That makes sense. And, that ties in perfectly with another point the series made. It was about how every interaction is a chance to leave someone better off than we found them.
Ooh, I like that.
Right. And that really resonated with me. It's about recognizing that our words carry weight. They have the potential to build someone up, but they also have the potential to break someone down.
Totally. Think about it. Words can act as bridges or barriers in our relationships. They can bring us closer or push us further apart.
That's such a good point.
And that makes me wonder about, what kind of legacy are we creating with our own words? I mean, are we using them to build those bridges? Or are we burning them down?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Right. It's easy to just let words fly out of our mouths without thinking, but maybe we should all be asking ourselves, are we lifting people up with our words or are we pulling them down?
It's like we're all leaving a trail of words behind us.
Exactly, a legacy. So what kind of legacy do we want to leave?
The series ended with a really powerful call to action.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. What was it again?
It was to be intentional with our words, to speak words that uplift and encourage, and ultimately to create positive change.
Powerful stuff.
It really is. And maybe, just maybe, a good way to start putting that into practice is to ask ourselves this question. What one word would you want someone to remember you by?
Okay, I like that.
Right. Like if someone were to think about you, what's that one word that would capture your essence?
Yeah, and then how can we embody that word in our daily interactions?
Right. How can we live that word every single day?
Makes you think.
It really does. It's
Yeah.
a simple question, but it's so profound.
It is.
So if we had to sum all this up, I'd say the biggest takeaway here is that words have power. They shape our world, and they really do leave a legacy long after we've spoken them.
I completely agree. And I think it's a journey. We need to keep exploring this idea, paying attention to the words we use, and like you said, the impact they have on ourselves and everyone around us.
It's like this never-ending conversation we're having with the world
Yeah.
through our words.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thanks for taking this deep dive with us today, everyone. And remember, every word counts.
Every single one.
Until next time.